update to the main story, and the last we've been is to chapter 5:14, Sea of Lurker Shadows, and I'm gonna do pressing forward. Okay, let's go. Oh, they're fighting against a kraken, I guess. As the final strike lands, the kraken lets out a piercing wail. The vibrant colors on it fade into a ghastly white color, clearly drained of life. Tyr kicks the tentacles still wrapped around the boat into the water, and the dead kraken slowly sinks into the depths of the sea. Wait, I can't remember what's happened on the last. No matter how many times I've seen Lord Tyr fight before, it's still shocking to witness it again. And a kraken this size sinks without dragging us down with it into the water. That is probably all thanks to Lord Tyr as well.
Oi.
Alright, please keep rowing, Ashen. Ashen is angry about being bossed around by Tyr, I guess. Ashen frowns and complains. Lord Tyr, Ashen must be tired from the combat. Maybe we should drink this. Tyr takes out a small golden glowing vial and presses it into Ashen's hand. You recover your strength. Very effective. And there are no side effects. Drink up. Ashen takes the bottle and is about to speak, only to be cut off by Tyr. I know what you're thinking, but you should look ahead first. I look forward to the dark clouds that once loomed in the distance seem to have spread further, forming an eerie maze. There are clouds and thunder, but no sign of rain. If we stop here, dealing with a kraken will be the least of our worries. That's true. Hearing that, I still feel a little bad for Ashen, but I gently pat his shoulder and encourage him. Ashen, I'm sorry, I know you're tired, but we should be close to our destination. Can you keep going for a little longer? I'm not tired. Oh, why is he suddenly so sweet? He glances at Tyr and looks at me with a smile. I just don't really want to follow his orders. But if it's you who's asking, then it's fine. I like the way he does that. That thing. With that, I can practically feel Tyr's suspicious gaze from behind me. That look on his face says it all. After that, we continue heading toward the mass of dark clouds. As we draw closer, I finally see what lies beneath them. Is that a ship? In the distance stands a massive ship amid the raging waves. It remains steady as if it were on solid ground, not swaying the ocean at all. We're here. Okay. Is there gonna be more fighting? No. The ritual of summoning. Alright. Because of Tyr's protection, even though the waves beneath us churned violently, we still managed to approach the massive ship with surprising ease. Now that we draw closer, I finally realize just how big it is. Looks like they're coming out to greet us. Perhaps they spotted us. I can see figures moving on the deck. A moment later, a rope ladder is thrown down from the ship, landing right before us. Let's go and meet them. Without the slightest hesitation, Tyr grabs the ladder and climbs. Ashen follows right behind him and catches up almost instantly. Wait, who are those people on the ship? They're climbing up without even knowing? I mean, I guess they should know. Watching the two of them move so decisively, yup, I know I don't have time to hesitate. Despite my unease, I calm myself down and climb the ladder as well. Who is that? Who is that? When I pull myself onto the deck, numerous figures in black robes turn their gazes toward us at the same time. Black robes. Behind them, I notice a group of seemingly higher-ranked black robe figures murmuring. In the center, a black mist surges upward into the sky and forms the dark clouds we saw earlier. One figure steps out from the crowd. His voice carries confidence as if everything is under his control. High-ranked member. I assume you must have some skills to have managed to find this place. Still, procedures must be followed, so don't blame me for being a little unfriendly. Now, is there anything you'd like to show us to prove that you're not some unfortunate souls who just happen to be here? Unfortunate souls. Lies and tricks abound. Lies and tricks abound. Lies and tricks abound. Two of us recite the code at once. Ashen hesitates for a moment but quickly repeats it after us. Very well. If you have come to join the ritual, I'm afraid you're a little late. We are already in the final stage. Still, your luck isn't too bad. The resurrection of the Serpent King is about to begin, so you at least have the honor of witnessing it. Serpent King. Wow. Beneath the hood, I can just make out the upward curve of the man's smile. Now, judging by your attire, could you explain who you are to me? You come from the Eastern Isles. We've long admired your cause and we are honored to finally meet you. Oh my, there's no need for such courtesy. By the way, you ought to have received the invitation from the Cup who let you, since you made it here, don't you? What invitation? I can't exactly remember. Yup, exactly my reaction. Or is it that you don't have one? Ha. Seems the code has spread so widely that you simply overheard it from somewhere. Sir, these people are indeed suspicious. They look exactly the same except one is having a gold badge and the other a silver one. The three of them approached this ship by rowing alone and without any invitation. That should be impossible. You should drive them off the ship now. Yes, upset member. Ooh, this one has red hair. Well, the black robe figure, who seems like the leader, continues speaking. The others are already losing their patience. Several black robe figures gripping weapons begin moving toward us. I notice Ashen beside me is wearing a dangerous smile as though something interesting has finally happened. This is way more fun than rowing. Let's see what I've got. Ashen. I'm sure he wants the combat. Mysterious bee-clad, strange bee-clad. Okay, and they're all red or yellow. I'm gonna go with red. And then a balanced team. Okay, why not? Should be really fast.
すぐになぜ俺ばかり攻撃する。あなたご支援助感謝します。
A mad purpose. Okay. Ashen alone easily knocks down every black-robed figure who charges at us. Alone? Good grief, such impatience. You lot throw them overboard. Yes, sir. Ashen only knocks the attackers unconscious because of my request, but their companions toss them into the sea one after another mercilessly. Pirates. Oh, now that's rather rude. We're not such crude people. Alright, the ritual is about to be completed. You should come join us. In the very next moment, everything changes. Tyr lunges forward with a swift step and seizes the leader by the throat, looking at him with a sharp gaze.
Oi.
Where's your leader? The other black-robed figures fall into panic. Yet, whether out of loyalty to the leader or the terror of being cast into the sea like those who stepped forward earlier, none of them dare to act. He's not the leader? You have reached deeper into the heart of this than I imagined to even know of our leader's absence. Since you are so well informed, what took you so long to get here? Our leader mentioned there are people outside, but I never expected you to be this capable. Get to the point. Where did he go? Is it Loki? Our leader said if Midgard grows too peaceful, we will lose Lord Loki's favor. He would never stay in a world like this, a world so dull. No one knows where our leader went. Perhaps he has gone in search of a more interesting world. He entrusted this great responsibility to us before he left. As long as we make this world more lively, we will once again draw Lord Loki's attention.
Oh.
So you intend to awaken Jormungandr, who sleeps in the depth of the sea? Yes. The Serpent King is Lord Loki's own blood and the King of Nightmares who heralds the end of the world. If we awaken him, Lord Loki will surely appear before us. Huh. With a cold snort, Tyr throws the man to the ground. You want to meet a god that badly? You wouldn't recognize one even if he was standing right before you. Tyr says it coldly. At that moment, the churning sea suddenly surges higher. Within the towering waves, a massive dark shadow moves beneath the surface. Cough, he's here. The Serpent King has finally awakened. Oh wow. As he cries out, the water split apart and the monstrous serpents burst forth from within the waves. My king, plunge this war into chaos and usher the coming of our god for us. Another battle? No. It is a story. As the grand giant serpent appears, The black-robed figures on the ship quickly split into two groups. One falls to their knees in reverence before the serpent, while the other is overwhelmed by fear. This is the Serpent King. The Serpent King has appeared. We are done for. We're going to die. What? Shut up. That is the Serpent King, the one who will bring the world to an end. I only wanted to receive the blessings and grace of the god. I never meant to die here. Pathetic. Tyr lets out a scornful snort. Ashen, however, simply widens his eyes. At the sudden appearance of the colossal creature, he does not look frightened at all. Instead, he peers down from the edge of the ship. There's one big snake, but it doesn't look impossible to beat. Ashen, I love your courage, as long as it doesn't come all the way out. Hearing that, I move closer to take a look as well. The serpent's immense body rises endlessly from the depths of the sea. When it breaks through the surface, it creates a massive whirlpool, coiling around the ship and surrounding it completely. Just how long is it? Very long as the world itself. Legend has it that the gods feared his power, so they suppressed him beneath the sea. That is a living proof of Lord Loki's might. Even the gods could not move him an inch. The world will fall into chaos once more, and we shall be the witnesses. Boom! With a thunderous crash, the serpent swings his head and snaps the ship's mast in half. Wooden fragments scatter in all directions as the people below scramble to avoid them. That's right, let this ship be the beginning, devour the entire world. The black-robed man continues cheering in a frenzy, but something about the situation suddenly feels off to me. Wait, Lord Tyr, the Serpent King, Jormungandr, something doesn't seem right. Although Jormungandr just attacked the ship, the feeling behind the strike is not one of hatred meant to destroy the world. Instead, it feels more like he's irritated. Right. He seems angry, but something feels off. His attacks are strange, too. This ship is huge, yet he just swept over us instead of striking it directly. Not bad, you're more observant than you look. And Jormungandr was still small. Small, not just in age but in size as well. He was well known for sleeping. And along with that came a terrible temper when waking up. Fenrir loved to bother him even while he was sleeping. Every time Fenrir woke him up, Jormungandr would lash out and start fighting him. Even Loki himself couldn't stop him. So now he's throwing a tantrum from just being woken up. Who wouldn't be pissed off if some ants nipped them awake? I look at Jormungandr for a moment. I feel as if I can see the confusion in his eyes. Like someone rudely dragged from sleep who has not yet gasped what is happening. So what do we do now? Shen asked Tyr for guidance. Even though he clearly does not like him, he must still recognize that Tyr is the only one here who has a grasp of the current situation. Simple. We fight him. Wake him up properly and make him see who exactly is standing before him. Oh. The moment Tyr finishes speaking, Jormungandr's enormous head swings toward the ship again. Tyr draws his weapon and leaps high into the air, meeting Jormungandr's attack head on. He just flew up. That's not flying, he just jumped, though that jump is ridiculously high. I think they have no idea that Tyr's a god, right? He's really flying and he's fighting the Serpent King. Stop staring and move, get inside the cabin and take cover, you get caught in the crossfire. Shen, help me drive them to the lower deck. Can I knock out the ones who refuse to cooperate? Just hurry. With so many people still aboard the ship, I do not join Tyr in battle immediately. Instead, I focus on evacuating the crowd first. Even if they brought death upon themselves, yet I find myself unable to leave them to their fate. In the middle of the chaos, I glance up toward where Tyr is fighting. Amid the wind and crashing waves, of battle worthy of legend has already begun. Probably a battle stage now. I mean, this whole storyline is just so battle. Alright, Jormungandr. Let's do some... Oh, he barely lasted a second. That's fast. Okay, the acting leader's choice. Right, next chapter. Most of the black-robed figures have already retreated into the lower deck. Only a handful, including the acting leader, still refuse to leave. I can't be bothered with them anymore, and I'm busy trying to keep the monstrous waves stirred up by Jormungandr from overturning the ship to spare them a single thought.
Oi!
I think Tyr is getting angry. Right. Lord Tyr's shout rings out across the sky above us. As if it has suddenly heard Lord Tyr, or perhaps finally jolted awake by his strike. The raging serpent abruptly stops thrashing. It turns its gaze as though searching for where the voice is coming from. So you finally hear me? You really are still half asleep. Noticing Jormungandr's reaction, Tyr slowly descends back onto the ship, never taking his eyes off it for even a moment. At last, Jormungandr's gaze settles on Tyr as well. It lowers his head toward him, and the anger in its eyes turns to confusion. In response, Lord Tyr's expression softens. The look on Lord Tyr's face is the same as the ones when he's with Fenrir. How did these people wake you up? Tyr speaks with a gentle tone. The very next moment, the silent giant serpent actually lets out a low, aggrieved whine. Like a puppy complaining to its owner, his eyes flicker as if complaining. I see. What a shame it still isn't time for you to wake up. Don't let yourself be fooled by such false voices. Jormungandr, you're not a child anymore. If you lose your temper every time you hear that kind of noise, the Vanir's will never trust you. Tyr continues speaking to the giant serpent. The creature that should be terrifying now stays perfectly still. You want him to come and take you back too, don't you? If that's what you want, then go back and stay there. The serpent's eyes remain fixed on Tyr. The confusion in them gradually gives way to understanding, and the anger fades, leaving only grievance and reluctant acceptance. Go back to sleep, someone will wake you when the time comes. Tyr's words seem to soothe it, slowly calming his anger at being disturbed. Jormungandr gives Tyr one last look as if silently agreeing. Then, with a tremendous splash, the giant serpent dives back into the water. Serpent's body that wrapped around the ship gradually slides away, peacefully returning to the depths of the sea. In the end, only faint ripples remain on the surface. The black mist from the ritual still rises into the sky, but the darkness that was there before is already gone.
Oh.
Ah, you left. What a shame. I thought we'd get to see who won. I was betting on Tyr. Ashen. I look at him exasperated, yet amused. I cannot believe he has been watching the fight like it's some sort of contest. Still, I didn't expect him to bet on Lord Tyr. Does that mean he's starting to trust him, or does he just back the stronger one? Wait, this is wrong. The acting leader, who had been huddling off to the side with the others, suddenly lunges forward. Staring at the dark clouds that are no longer churning and the waves that are gradually settling, a crack of uncertainty finally appears in his once all-knowing composure. How did you do that? That was Jormungandr, the ferocious Serpent King. We spent so long preparing this summoning ritual. It shouldn't have been so easily undone. How can this be unless you are a real Vanir? But that's impossible. Impossible? How interesting. You claim to worship the gods, and yet you refuse to believe it when one stands before you? Who are you? Tyr's having fun. You must have heard of Tyr, the god of war, haven't you? You're saying you're... That's impossible. It can't be true. Our Lord Loki, no. My king, please come back. Punish this sinner who dares masquerade as a god. The acting leader clutches his head like a madman. He rushes past us straight for the edge of the ship and screams at the now perfectly calm sea. My king, can't you hear me? I know I must not be close enough to you. I'm coming to you now. Is he gonna jump off? Stop. Before I can grab him, he has already jumped into the bottomless sea below. A vow to walk together. Since the boat we arrived on has been damaged during Jormungandr's rampage, we asked the remaining members of the Fangs of Fenrir on the ship to help take us back to shore. Now leaderless, they offer no resistance, having just stared death in the face. Their previous insolence has vanished. Some of them even begin to regard Tyr with admiration and reverence. So are you really a god? The acting leader always bragged that he had seen a real god, but he never once let us see one. Stop. The leader who laughed even claimed he was Lord Loki's agent himself. Who knows whether that was true or not. I only joined because I hoped my business would improve again. I almost lost my life because of it. If we worship you instead, will you bring us good fortune, sir? You idiot. Lord Tyr is not that kind of god. Let me tell you, he is. Surrounded by the chattering black-robed men, Tyr finally has enough and dismisses them back to their posts. The farce finally comes to a pause. Seeing that Tyr has finally freed himself from the crowd, I walk over and speak with a wide smile. Once we reach shore, we should hand them over to the knights. It doesn't matter, they won't be causing any trouble for quite some time anyway. Though it feels like we are coming away empty-handed this time. Not necessarily, at least it's clear who's behind all this madness now. I look at him with a questioning look, waiting for him to explain. He glances at me as though noticing my confusion. They said their leader is Loki's agent. Though it sounds suspicious, it might be true. Jormungandr is Loki's child. Without Loki himself involved, it would be difficult for humans to figure out how to awaken him on their own. If any ordinary human could awaken him, the gods would never have left him in Midgard like this. Still, I did not expect Loki to have an interest in associating with a cult. Well then, since this matter is resolved, I have no reason to stay here. Lord Tyr, do you mean? I plan to head back and look into a few things. Scoot only told us that this era had an anomaly. She didn't specifically say a cult was stirring chaos, did she? Although we can now assume Loki is the one causing the ripples in time, I still need to rule out a few possibilities. It's better be thorough now than to find out later we have to make a second trip. Still, I thought this summoning ritual itself was the so-called ripple. After all, they were talking about having Jormungandr destroy the wall. Jormungandr is not that easy to harm, man. Even though they succeeded in awakening him, he would only be angry at these mosquitoes who disturb his sleep. Even if we had not been here today, he would have caused a little chaos before going back to sleep. He would never actually obey them and destroy the wall. I see. Alright, Jane, I will leave these people to you. Stay sharp. After giving a few instructions and setting a time and place to meet again, Tyr leaps into the air once more and flies toward the harbour. Lord Tyr has left. Now there's still one important thing to do. Watching Tyr disappear into the distance, I take a deep breath and walk toward Ashen, who is leaning against the railing, letting the sea wind wash over him. The elf's hair drifts in the breeze. His blue gaze fixed on the distance, lost in thought. I'm hungry. I thought so. Jane, you're here. I saw you talking with that person earlier, so I didn't come over. I did well this time, right? Seeing his direct and unguarded gaze, I feel both amused and exasperated, but that sense of guilt from earlier creeps back again. Actually, Are you leaving again? Not immediately, but yes.
So.
It's fine. I'll wait for you. If you need me, I'll always be here, just like this time. Oh, Shen. Truth is, if I leave this time, you might not see me again for a very long time, or maybe ever. My God, I don't want that. Jane, you still won't take me with you? Ashen had expressed many times that he wanted to go with me before, yet I could never bring myself to respond to his request. But this time it's different. I've already made up my mind. Ashen, what I'm about to say might be complicated, but will you become my Iron Harry? What? Ashen has not yet. I will. To my surprise, he answers immediately before I can even explain anything about becoming an Iron Harry. Wait, Ashen, if you become an Harry, from now on you will have to serve me and the gods. If I become, that means I can go with you, right? I don't care if I become an or anything else as long as I can be with you. His gaze remains as pure and unwavering as ever. Ashen, but I have never heard of a Valkyrie. Accepting someone who isn't human as an Harry, it might fail. We should still give it a try. What do I need to do? Oh, he's awesome. Please give me your hand. Okay. Without the slightest hesitation, he stretches out his hand to me. I take his hand and press a gentle kiss to the back of it. As magic flows between us, a mark appears on his skin. It is not as vividly crimson as the others, yet it still forms a real connection between us. I didn't expect it to actually work. I feel myself growing a little warmer, and Ashen immediately pulls me into his arms. Oh my gosh. So warm. Thank you, Jane. Thank you for taking me with you. As if afraid I might disappear from his side again, he holds me tightly and murmurs softly. Oh, if it weren't for the curious gazes of those black-robed figures behind us, this embrace might have lasted much longer. Latest progress reach. Okay.